welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're lost somewhere in Tremithousa Village. This is the main road that takes you up towards Tala and Kamaris. But we're not going there. No, we're going to take a left and we're going to wiggle and we're going to waggle through the village of Tremithousa and then drop our way down through the Tremithousa industrial estate and slowly but surely come out towards Midtown Central-ish Paphos. So stick with us and don't click off just yet. And it's quite busy, as you may have noticed. There's an awful lot of traffic around, a lot of people racing around because obviously they want to get a coffee or something like that. I've just picked one up from the Atlas coffee shop at the top of the Masoi Road there, and unfortunately I didn't get to bump into that superstar known as Sir Philip. He must be having his, well, head re-examined by a frying pan or two, perhaps getting clipped by Lady Cleta all the way up in Kamaris Village. You never know, one of these days we might get to rescue him and give him a lift back home. This is Tremithousa Village, by the way, and you've got one or two little coffee shops. This one coming up here, it's called The Hunter, but it's closed at the moment because it's that funny time of year, and of course it's January. Some places are open, some places are cold, and some places open on the weekends, and some people, well, you know what it's like. If it's a bit chilly, you don't really want to go out that much, do you? You want to stay tucked up in the bed with a hot water bottle or two and perhaps a pair of woolly flip-flops on, especially if your name's Lady Kirsty in downtown Glasgow. This road's a bit rough, by the way, so if your name is Lady so sweet Caroline, I suggest you get your bottom on a memory foam pillow. But just before you do, pour a tot or two for the superstar, for the legend known as Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. And of course they'll be coming to Paphos soon. May is not that far away, you know. A lot of people are coming into town in May. Dayman, Lady Ness, so sweet Caroline, Maggie. There's a lot of people coming to town. Princess Tracy, yeah, and of course the superstar who's had a recent promotion for his birthday, and of course that is Lord Martin, and he'll be bringing with him his beauty, Lady Victoria, and they'll be jetting into Paphos and checking into the Dionysus Central Hotel sooner than you think. But before them, of course, is coming in Lady Andrea, the girl in charge of the traffic lights and of course of keeping Mr. Paul's feet nice and dry when he goes on his beach walks. And of course she'll be bringing with her the peacock known as Sir Mart, and they'll be dancing and they'll be prancing up and down the Cape of Paphos Promenade sooner than we think, because February is only just around the corner. And I must say, for this time of morning and this particular day, it's quite busy. There's a lot of people racing around, checking out what's going on, obviously, in downtown Paphos. There's a little bit of blueness and a little bit of greyness mixed in with some clouds, as you may have noticed, rapidly becoming a weather channel. But anyway, if you're curious to know what the weather is, perhaps if your name is Lady Dawn, you've got a husband called Sir Sean and a very, very clever dog called Sir Bobo, and a partner in his crimes known as Lady Daisy the Pussycat. The temperature is around about 18 degrees and a little bit overcast in downtown Paphos. Now, if you're curious to know what has this Sir Bobo the dog been up to, he's a naughty little chappie. What he does is goes and hunts around in Sir Sean's pocket and finds his wallet, and then he gets out his plastic friend, and then he goes and hunts us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and that's where he likes to gift us that virtual coffee or two. And of course we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. If you want to keep the channel afloat, if you'd like to get a special video made just for you, well, hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, gift us a virtual coffee or two, and of course those videos will be coming very, very soon indeed. You can also choose to join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform at only €10 a month. That's all it costs to get yourself a special title, to get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me. And of course, coming very, very soon indeed is the Marika and me privilege card, and that will entitle you to discounts and privileges in and around Paphos, in particular in the Cape of Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. So don't forget to get your name on the list for the Marika and me privilege card It's coming very, very soon indeed. And of course, there'll be a special one for Lady Andrea and Sir Mart, although I'm not sure you can use it in McDonald's, but you never know. I'll have a word with Stavros and see what he's got to say. So, where are we? Well, we're coming rapidly now towards the intersection area at the top of the Masoi Avenue and the road that then takes us down towards the Old Town. So, stick with us and you're going to learn one or two new little roads in and around Paphos. And the road surface along here does get, shall we say, rather Sherlock Holmes, which, if you're new to the channel, it stands for SHIT. It's a long story. Go hunting back in our back catalogue. But basically, I couldn't get my tongue around something, and Masochin Gracila Booth said, "You're talking a load of old." And the words that she improvised with were Sherlock Holmes. Now, I often have trouble getting my tongue around something, and of course, now and again, you drop it in the comments and tell me how to say somewhere like Kephalos Beach. Yes. Absolutely spectacularity of a beach and a resort. If your name's Callie and Mally, of course you'll be checking in there very, very soon indeed. Sean O'Keefe, he'll be coming along, and of course Mr. Sausage and Mash, well, his name's actually Mr. James, he'll be coming along as well. Now, there's a lot of confusion here because these lights are very, very tricky indeed. They've gone to red, so I've been a good boy and I've stopped. There's a little arrow that allows you to filter, and of course when it filters I can filter, but often people will be behind you, and when they see the green light for you to go straight, they will start honking at you because they want you to turn right. But I warn you now, if you do, you're going to get a picture taken especially of you, and of course you're going to get a fine from the Ministry of Transport. So be very, very careful at the traffic lights in and around Paphos, because the new camera system is fully operational and it'll nab you quicker than you can blink, that's for sure. Like I say, this is the intersection now. If we go left, we go up Masoi Avenue. That's the shop with all the car dealerships and the bigger shops if you want to buy a big fridge freezer or that kind of thing. But we're going to take a right and drop down past Uptown Lidl, past Skevenidis supermarket, the former Carrefour supermarket, and slowly work our way down towards the older part of Paphos. So don't click off just yet. There we go, the little arrows come on, so that means it's safe for us to go, so we will filter. There we are. See, law-abiding citizens in downtown Paphos. There's not that many of us. In fact, I'm not actually one of them, but I am listening to Lady Andrea and she's telling me to stop at these lights, and of course if I don't, I'm going to get fined. So slowly but surely it's going to knock some sense into us as we're driving around Paphos. If you want an MOT on your car, that's on the left hand side there. And a bit of information for you, if you're watching from the UK, in the UK you need an MOT every 12 months, every year, isn't it? But not in Cyprus, no, not in Europe. In Europe it's biannual, so every 2 years, and it's €35 in Cyprus if you're curious to know. Skevenidis supermarket coming up on the left hand side, and we are now starting our ascent down towards the old town of Paphos, so stick with us. Big shout out to some of the stars that like to watch the show now and again. If you're in downtown Llangollen and your name's Sir Michael Crompton, a very, very good morning to you. If you're in uptown Scotland, and of course your name's Sir Stuart Frampton, a very, very Calimera to you. If you're in downtown Cornwall and you're a Duke and there's a Duchess in your life, Duke Phil, Duchess Sharon, a very, very good morning to you. On the subject of downtown Cornwall, well, if you're a Kerry and you're a singing sensation, and you must be a lady obviously, and the greatest roadie in the world is in your life, Sir Tony, a very, very good morning to you. Lady Andrea, these lights appear to be on red. It is your job to get them on to green, and it's a little bit dull, isn't it, to be honest? The blueness is vanishing from the skies. We're in the third week of January, if you're curious to know. Temperatures are around about 18 degrees, so that's not too bad, but we do want the blueness to come back. Oh my goodness, we've got to stop at these ones. You never know, it could be a family member, so we'll wait for him to come. We won't run him over, not today anyway. We'll go check his mobile phone and see if he is subscribed to the channel. On that note, why not click that like and subscribe to the channel? Of course, it doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend the little channel known as Marika and me to more like-minded people like yourselves. But as we can see, there's not a lot going on, is there? It's pretty quiet, and of course the weekend is upon us, and most people just want to go and sit on a beach. But of course it's not quite warm enough today, so of course they're wandering around looking for something to eat. There's Bionic. They're the guys responsible for Steve Austin and Jamie Summers a few years ago, but now they've branched out into computers and computer peripherals and point of sales. So if you want something Bionic in your life, pop into the Bionic store in Midtown Paphos. Akis Express, Gap Express, that's one of the courier services in and around Paphos. They'll express things all over the world for you, but particularly around downtown Cyprus. Calmer Water, if you want some nice chilled out refreshing water that's been purified to perfection, pop into Calmer Water, get yourself one of their subscriptions to a water filter system, and of course your water will be absolutely perfect. I was reading a story the other day about bottled water, and apparently there's 2.5 trillion times more cancery things in bottled water than they thought there was. Something's wrong somewhere. Whatever happened to a glass bottle? Or perhaps that's not eco-friendly enough. I don't know. But then neither is plastic, is it? I know. Next thing, we'll be driving around electric cars. That's for sure. Perhaps not. If you want a car, by the way, Honda, Peugeot, pop in and see Mario's. He's open there and he's waiting especially for you. I've no doubt he'll do you a good deal. Well, probably not, but a good deal for him. This part of the road is all new for those of you who've not followed the channel for a while, and this is a new roundabout. Look at that. And it confuses the living daylights out of us because we don't know what to do. Go round it, go over it, go left, go right. Who knows? Roundabouts. What are they for? That's what I say. Old Town of Paphos is coming up very, very soon indeed, so don't click off just yet. We're going to take a right just over yonder after we've clipped that blue balloon, especially for you. Pizza, if you want a pizza, there's Papa John's. Drop in the comments, what's the best pizza? Is it Domino's? Is it Papa John's? Or is it Pizza Hut? Or is there one more local that you fancy? Technically entering the Paphos Old Town. Here it is. Let's go and have a look and see what's going on. Not a lot by the looks of things. That's the brand new Uptown main bus terminal on the right hand side. So if you're looking for a bus, that's where you go. Some of the information that we can give out is that the prices have gone up, as they do every year in all over the world, isn't it? The price now is €2 for a single bus trip, gone up for €1.50, and after 9 o'clock it is €3. You can get a day pass, you can get a week pass, and of course you can get a monthly pass. But make sure that you keep it very, very safe indeed, because if it's not a personalised one, that's what they're calling it. In other words, it's not actually got your name on it. It's more expensive to have your name on it, by the way. But anyway, if you lose it, you cannot get it renewed. And of course there are return tickets and those kind of things. So if you want to get a great bus, they are good buses, by the way. Lots of them have been recently replaced, and they do keep them in pretty good condition, and they are very, very efficient and run every 10 to 15 minutes up and down. And probably one of the most popular buses is probably the one between Paphos and Coral Bay. That bus number is 615. Paphos Old Town, perhaps not on a spectacality of a day, but on a very, very quiet day indeed. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. And of course, don't forget, tomorrow, well, it's a big, big day. Sergeant Silvia Booth is going to celebrate her birthday, and of course, if you'd like to gift her that virtual coffee or two, don't forget to hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Thanks for watching, and of course, I'll see you again very, very soon indeed.